Hello, everyone. We're back again this week, and starting off, we're gonna look at that Liverpool Man U game from last round of games. We have Lobzy back with us, Liverpool fan, and Tolu from Man U. Interestingly, Tolu was confident quietly. If you all watched that recording, he was quietly confident. He was just saying 2-2. He backed his team to come out with the results. Lobzy was bullish, doubted that Man U would even, get any goals or any result from that. He was confident of a 4-0. So we've brought them back today to give us that also. So stay tuned. We will also be looking at the Arsenal-Liverpool game. So Lobzy will give us his thoughts on what he's expecting his Liverpool team to do this weekend at Anfield against Arsenal. So Lobzy, kick us off. What happened? Why couldn't Liverpool find the breakthrough? You were confident of 4 goals against a struggling Man U team. What happened?
Like I said before, like I will state again. One team came to win, the other team came to draw. And at the end of the day, it seems like the people that came to draw got the game. They had a game plan of not trying to score, but stay in the post, which I know of a very familiar club that usually would do that if they know that they are unable to beat their opponent. I don't want to mention names, but they wear blue all the time. So I know teams like that, they do that, but in this unique case, it was more like so many things were in favor for Man U. Their keepers seemed to be very all right on that day, which was kind of weird. Onana kept so many goals out. He kept the goals from Van Dijk, from Salah, and I was like, oh wait, what happened to Onana? Like, is this African juju or something? Like, what's happening today? It did surprise me. And one of the things I've noticed that Man U did on that day was they approached the game with the mindset of, we are not going to leave, as far as we don't leave this 18-yard box, they are not going to score. If you don't give the free will to Liverpool to play, they're not going to score. And as much as a draw is better for us, that's our game plan. We stick to it, and they stuck to that principle throughout the game, even when we had many chances to score. But their keeper was also alert on that day. So many things seem to favor them on that day. But remember, thunder does not strike in the same place twice. You can play one time and if it would go, but the next time it becomes very important and you don't have a choice but to come out. Because one of the things I noticed on that day, if we had scored, then would have been more than 1, more than 2, and more than 3. But as we said, Tolu even admitted, I'm just coming here to draw. Maybe we'll score 2-2. And then the question I asked was this: who was going to score? Because there were no striker. One of the predictions too came out. They were never going to score. I said it. They weren't going to score. He predicted they were going to score, but it was going to be draw, right? I said no goals, and that was fine. That was part of my prediction also. But I knew the one constant thing was sure. They cannot win us at Anfield. The last time it ever happened was 7 years ago. The next time it will happen the next 20 years. At that time, everyone would have been old enough. We'd probably be like in their 90s at that time. I was like, okay.
It sounds like you're already looking forward to the return leg when you talk about the thunder doesn't strike twice, and you make some very good points there. When you talk about Onana, I think what is going on this season is we never know which Onana is going to show up, and that ultimately determines the fact that we don't know which Man U is going to show up. You talked about the fact that Man U didn't leave their box; they defended. Some might say that is typical Ten Hag strategy, though. Ten Hag typically likes to stay compact and then explode on the counters. And some might even say Man U actually had the better opportunities in that game. Tolu, what do you think?
Yes.
So was that the plan from Man U, and why didn't Man U score? Or what was the game plan from Man U? How did we end up with that 0-0 draw?
Thank you so much. I have 4 points. Number 1, yes, we defended deep. We are playing at Anfield. You understand? Number 2, did you see the 18-year-old boy that played against Endo Gravenberg and
he played nothing? He played nothing.
What?
We removed him last.
Let Tolu speak. He has 4 points to give us.
18-year-old boy owned them. Then number 3 is a pity that we were playing with 10 man because we were playing with Casper the Ghost as 10. McTominay. He will appear and disappear. It was a sorry case. If we had played with Bruno Fernandes, we could have come home with 3 points. Then number 4, we had the best chances. The pass from Mino to Garnacho, 1-on-1. Yep. The pass from McTominay to Højlund, 1-on-1, was a pity that we didn't, take home those chances. But
I'm not sure you read that. I'm not sure you read the statistics on that day because our shot on goal was much more than what you had.
Clear-cut chances. I'm not talking about shots on goal.
Clear-cut chances. You see, when given the opportunity, when given the clear-cut chances, they don't score. We never had that opportunity because they all stuck back in the post. How many corners did you have last week? Maybe like 2 or 3.
How many what?
Corners. How many corners did you play in the game? You ask yourself now. Those are.
It's not about corners. You played at home and you didn't get 3 points. It's a shame.
Yeah. All right. Like I said,
Honda to the point that your coach was even wondering why people were not making noise at Anfield. People were not talking. They were not making noise.
It's Man U now. What do you want to?
It was dry. Do you see Cody Gakpo? It was just falling down.
Like I said before, there are games that usually everyone would wish to watch. Man U, Liverpool at the time was the highest viewership.
It's still high.
Man U. Look at the stats now. Look at the stats. Can you see? It seems like there are some stat numbers on one side and there are faint numbers on the other side. Can you?
I see it, but what matters is the goal stats. How many goals did you score?
Do you mind if I jump in here? If I jump here?
Yeah, Bjorn. I mean, looking at the stats, it's clear Liverpool dominated the game. But I mean, as Tolu is pointing out, at the end of the day, what matters is this score at full time.
Yeah.
Right, Bjorn.
Yeah. So I cannot just keep quiet because I'm not a Man U fan, obviously, and but I just wanted to push back on Ola. Ola was here last week boasting funny, right? And you made number 1, you started with a quote from your captain, which I found arrogant again, like Roy Keane. And I was actually expecting Tolu to quote back what Roy Keane quoted to push back on Ola. So and since Tolu did not do that, I'm going to do that for you.
No, he's a loser.
No. You had time. You had time. You said one team came to play. Remember, that team that came to play came to win 1 league in 30 years. So keep that in the don't make too much right? The fact of the matter is this. As a fan, I can accept that from you. But I don't think your coach will even deny the fact that he does not know or he does not understand how Eric Ten Hag.
There are no corners here. Oh, 0.
Right? Eric Ten Hag plays that style all the time. And there is no manager that would have prepared for a game against Man U, especially an away game for Man U, that wouldn't have thought of what Man U would have done, especially when they are depleted, right? Tolu did say that the team is depleted. So I am shocked that all Liverpool fans keep arguing and keep crying over when you knew that was going to be the game. I mean, even the blind could tell that they were going
nobody knew.
No.
I would tell you, nobody actually knew.
Let me ask you, let's just turn the table. If Liverpool were Man U with injuries and with a bad form and number 7 or 8, whatever in the season, and you went to Old Trafford, what would you have played? Ola?
We'll win them.
How would you have played? Would you have played?
We'll win them now. I say we'll play them. We'll win them. No. Okay. Actually, I'm answering your question. Answering your question.
Yeah,
when we've played the big teams in the last couple of seasons, right? Do you think we go to a team's home and say we want to defend? No, we don't do that. We don't approach the game from defense. We approach the game with we are still going to attack, even though we defend, but we don't pack the bus. Have you ever seen in the last 7 years, even when Liverpool was weak, do you think we go to an opponent's place to defend? It's a question. No. Last season, were we not depleted? Like I said, Last season we were depleted. Even in spite of the depletion, what was the goal line score with Man U?
I agree, and I appreciate
You see what I'm saying? So that's the point I'm trying to make.
What I'm trying to tell you is that even when Erik ten Hag had an upper hand, his style that we all know is to contain pressure and attack teams. Now, so if they are playing Liverpool, which is
counter-attack, right?
Which is more superior, right? Which is more superior.
Yes, at this time.
I would not, to be honest, I would not expect them to come out and open. I just think it's going to be a foolish tactics. Now, I'll tell you this, and I know we're going to talk about the Arsenal-Liverpool game. Yes, that was Man U. Any other team will play an attacking game regardless of what it's called. But we need to also understand something that these managers want to win and they want to keep their job.
One manager wanted to win.
There was no way we would come with the memory of 7-0 and come out open 2-1. Let's just be realistic with ourselves. That's never going to happen. And that there's something that I also said last week, right? Liverpool, your style is press. If pressing doesn't lead to a goal, shoot. You did all that on Sunday. I tell you, even the league game that you play against West Ham, it's shooting from the outside of the, which I appreciate, and that's why I like the intensity of Liverpool, the hunger to win. They will do anything.
What I'm saying. So
like
I said, and the same thing I said.
To be honest, I was impressed with the defense from Man U. I cannot remember how many shots that there were so many bodies on the line blocking those shots. Sometimes when you are down, right, that's just the tactics. Defend.
No, sometimes when you are there's something they always say. They say there's only so much.
The best chances.
I think you mentioned.
Hold on.
And this is where I stop. The best chances of that game came from Man U. And it was a shame that Man U did not convert those chances.
This statistics is telling me shot on target was 1.
No. There is difference between the best chances.
Hold on, Biodu. Let Lobzy respond.
So, like I said, you mentioned something last week. You said the worst kind of situation you can ever meet a team is when they are down bad, because at that time they come around like a lion. Oh no, these guys went back to their beds, hanging out like puppies. They didn't come out. They were all down. Like I said, Liverpool was so down bad last season, yet we proved that although we are not going to be in the chance up there, anybody we meet, we are going to prove that we are Liverpool. And that's the mentality. Even Roy Keane was telling, he said, Man U is not playing like the Man U they know. Sooner or later, when we look at ratings now, we are always rating now. In the last 4 seasons, they've always rated Liverpool Man City game better than Liverpool Man U game. That's not the throne. It's like playing Dallas Cowboys and saying, okay, they are good. That's past glory. This, like you said, past glory does not affect the future glory. This is Liverpool is the future glory. Man U is past
30
glory.
years, one Premier League, 30 years.
That's why their fans will come and say, let's hope Liverpool doesn't beat us too much. Let's defend. But there are some teams that will never give up. And I'll give credit to Chelsea. Chelsea, even when they are down bad, when they play Liverpool, they come out. Do you see the difference? Even when they are down bad.
But that was in that was in Stamford Bridge. I'm not
talking about Stamford Bridge. No, I'm not talking about Stamford Bridge.
I mean, that's the last
even go and check the statistics. In the last 5 seasons, even when Chelsea is down bad, right? Even when Chelsea is down bad, when they come to play at Liverpool, they play like we know that we are bad. We will come out and
you're talking about post Mourinho era. You're talking about post Mourinho era.
Yeah. Let's
not talk as if I know Chelsea's not here. He should be defending himself. But
I'm just telling them the facts now. Their teams
what you're talking about is post Mourinho era. They started that nonsense. Mourinho, Chelsea started that nonsense. He carried it to Man U. He blocks when he knows he cannot win, right? He wins when he can, right? And he just took it off when he just cannot find a way, like texting player and intimidating player and playing some mental game. So he's a great coach. I appreciate what he's done. I know he's a great coach. He's won many trophies. But again, he's not my type of coach. And if you want to win, win. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Tell that to Man U. If they want to win, win. Like I don't get it.
I think for Man U, they came and achieved their points. I mean, to look and see.
Yes.
And I'm sure he's going to predict that when they get to Man U or Old Trafford, they're going to win, right? That's what they always say.
When that time comes,
Do you know that's possible, Ola? Ola, do you know that's possible?
When that time comes, we'll go back to the panel.
Ola, do you know that's possible?
I mean, there's a lot that's going to happen between now and then.
Exactly.
So we don't know what Man U's squad is going to look like by the time that comes around.
Next thing you play back the review and say, "Oh, he was boasting then that we're going to win them." I'm not going to boast anymore. I just beat them like hot fries, like akara. I just beat them like hot akara.
You come back and boast on the post match review.
So you know, that's just
No, I'm saying then he will come instead on the post match review.
To do what? To explain that no, you know, like I said, the game seemed like we're going to win it.
Yeah.
But you can tell Man U came with the mind of we are not going to come out. We are not playing free flow game. In the last couple of seasons, they play free flow game, but I think they've learned over time. Once you do that, we've established ourselves as a superior team over them now.
No Casemiro,
no Enrique, no
Fernandez.
No, we don't care. We don't care. Hernandez. No, you had to see. The time we won you 5-1, you had Fernandez, you had Ronaldo, you had your full team.
But did you win
here?
You
had 14 players.
Did you win last week? I
said 5-1. No, 5-1. When you had your Fernandez, you're claiming Fernandez will come and change the game.
See what will happen to you tomorrow.
All right. No. Fernandez, you see, one thing I like about Fernandez was the fact that he removed himself from the game.
When they invite you back here, you will not on your camera.
We don't run.
All right.
One thing I know, I don't run. We don't run.
Tomorrow.
We don't run.
All right, then.
We're not scared.
Let's end it here. It was very good, having you guys back to have your thoughts on that game. Let's just see how do you guys think the second leg will go when you guys meet again? I think Lobzy said he's not going to be so bullish about the next one.
No, it's not that. No, there's a difference between whether I'll be so bullish or not. There's still one thing that is certain. Man U would not beat Liverpool. It's one certain fact that I have.
So you're sure this season the current squad Man U has is not able to beat Liverpool?
Are you talking in reference?
So are you saying
talking about to God knows 5 years, 10 years from now? I mean, what are you?
I see certain things have changed. The current squad Man U has right now is incapable of beating Liverpool. Man City tries to beat Liverpool a few times. When they beat us, we know they beat us. You know that they beat us. When we play them this season, right? Towards the end of the game, we almost won, right? But we came with the mentality. When we played at the Man City Stadium, we came with the fact that, we're still going to win this game, but just cool down. You don't need to rush. Don't play their style. Play your style. And your style will always win every time.
Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming back.
Tolu doesn't talk that much.
No. I don't know. Tolu, what do you think is going to happen? So just
so don't have opinions.
You guys, you're playing again in April next year. I think April 6th. Tolu, what do you think would happen in that second leg?
So at Old Trafford, by God's grace, we'll have Casemiro back. Martinez is back.
They are using players to answer.
I believe that we're going to beat them. We're going to beat them 3-0.
3-0.
The last meeting, I beat them at Old Trafford now. Remember?
No, seriously. Like even in their bad season, they've always won at Old Trafford. You win at Anfield. It's been like that.
Tolu's confident of the return leg.
Check it. Go. We can bring up the statistics. Go check it. No, don't bring up the statistics right now. I am saying. Oh, you're mentioning last season. Oh, that's sorrow or that season. We won one game. Last season. You want to talk about the 7-0 we won you that same last season?
No.
I don't like celebrating 1-1 wins. Let's save seasons.
You are saying it's not possible.
It's easy to see. Hold on.
Just find it, please. Bring out statistics. We don't like to.
It's right here. It's right here. Recent meetings.
Look at it now. People see now, and
last season at home they won 2-0, but the season before that I mean, the last 2 games. Yeah. If you look at the recent meetings.
Tolu, talk now. Talk. We want you to talk.
Yeah, I'm telling you that it's possible. And when you come back in April,
we'll see how it goes.
We should deal with you very well.
It's going to be an interesting.
I'm getting one more center back.
Let's talk, my guy. Are you seeing the scoreline? Tolu, are you seeing the scoreline?
Forget the scoreline.
You look at all these goals now. If you add all the goals together,
come back in April. Let's finish what we started.
+4 +5.
We don't know whether the league winner would have surfaced by then. If not, that might be a decider. We'll see how things turn out in April.
Yes.
Yeah.
April.
Awesome.
It's quite a distance.
You're playing Man City in March before that.
I'm a done. You like Bonu.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, guys. I think we'll wrap up here for now for this post-match feedback. Thanks so much.